Mary from PsychicSoulmateReading.com, and today is the time for our weekly reading. It's for August 17th to August 24th, and I'm using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards. I love them. Okay, so I'm shuffling the cards. Sometimes you don't need to shuffle them that long. You can just a couple of quick shuffles. Okay, cutting them in 3 piles. Okay, first card. We got the Two of Earth, Page of Air, and 8 of Earth. Okay, the Two of Earth, I'm just going to show you what that card looks like. What this card means is that it's a card of a lot of activity, multitasking. It represents doing lots of multitasking and not enough time to just soak everything in. And it represents just taking everything too seriously, balancing so many different worlds at one time. You got so much going on, and you're not making any time to daydream. You're not making any time to relax. Or it's not so much about relaxing, it's about absorbing all the energy that's going on right now, and there's a lot of heavy energy going on. One of the things I would suggest is don't pay attention so much to the news, social media, just certain things that just bring a stimulation to the brain, because we got a lot of stuff going on as well. Like there's a lot of things going. It's summertime, and there's a lot of things. Whatever your activities and whatever's going on, you know what that means to you. But it also is suggesting that you're balancing two worlds. You're taking on too much more than you can chew right now, and it's telling you to take some time to reflect a little bit, journal a little bit, just relax a little bit more. I know I said that word. That must be a message because I keep saying that word, but that's not what my brain is saying one thing, but my mouth is saying something else, if that makes sense. And that's usually what happens when I do readings, because I don't usually pay attention. Well, I do pay attention, of course, but I'm just in the moment, and the messages come through. And so one of the things that are coming through is relax a little bit more. Don't be so stressed. I think that's the message for me. Thank you. Thank you, my guides. That we're not taking the time to absorb what is going on in our lives that we need to look at. Is too much multitasking. Don't do 2 things at one time. Honor yourself and just one thing at a time. Okay? And we got the Page of Air, and I'm just going to show you what that looks like really quick. Okay. I see the Page of Air as investigating and diving deeper into knowledge, looking into something more deeper than what you're seeing. So this is what's going on right now, and I'll put it all together when I finish the third card, which is 8 of Earth. Sorry, 8 of Earth. This is another learning card. As you can see, it's an angel, and he's reading some books, and he's in nature, and he looks so beautiful, like just so calm. The 8 of Earth is telling me that you're doing some research with the Page of Air, so putting that all together, learning, you could be going back to school, just researching something a little bit deeper. Okay, so I'm going to pull another card. I like to do multi-card readings, and I'm reading with Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Hidden Realm. Okay. Ah, the Shadow Queen. I'm going to show you what this card looks like. Ah, Shadow Queen. Actually, this is relating to going within and searching the knowledge within yourself. You already possess all the information that you need. Okay, so when I put these cards together, the Two of Earth is telling me that you're balancing too many worlds at one time, multitasking, um, running around like crazy, doing too much, doing way too much that you need to be doing. You need to slow down, slow it down. Okay. Page of Air says you basically are not believing in yourself. You're not believing in maybe in someone. You're actually looking for an answer that you want to hear. And maybe the answer is not what you want to hear and you're not accepting it. And that's okay because sometimes we need a little bit of a challenge. We need a little bit of these things we need a little bit of a challenge sometimes to help us grow. We need a little bit of it's important to have a little bit of shadow so we can become light. Okay. It's investigating. And then you got the Eight of Earth, which is showing that you're digging deeper into the books, researching, educating yourself. It just makes sense because school is around the corner. So perhaps you're buying some books and you're just, you know, looking deeper into your knowledge, into your work, or maybe taking a course. Whatever that is, this is good for you. And it also, what the Shadow Queen says, putting that all together, is that you possess all the information that you seek inside. Listen to the voice that's silent within. You'll actually get the message, the truth that you seek. And it'll, or not so much the message, but the energy, because that's what I think, that's what I feel that you're looking for, is that energy, because it's not necessarily a message that you're looking for, it's more of the energy, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the energy. And if we're not feeling it, then we're not going to be doing it. And we're just going to keep looking for other ways to try to find other ways to overcome that. And, that's when that's when addictions come in. And I'm not talking about, hard addictions. I'm talking about like addictions that, like shopping addiction, eating addictions, ice cream addiction, whatever it is. I mean, it's like, it's whatever it means to you. So what I'm getting is that you just need to do a little bit of reflecting, going within, and believing in yourself. It's confidence. So do yourself a favor and just relax and breathe. Okay, your future self will thank you for it. Your future self will say, thank you for taking the time to reflect a little bit, believe in myself, and have the confidence and know that I can do it, and believe in yourself. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out just fine. You'll see. That's what this is telling you. There's another thing going on too, is the full moon tomorrow. I believe it's at, let me just see on my premise here. It's at 5:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's a lunar eclipse. And we're going to be feeling a little bit sensitive, so just do yourself a favor and give yourself extra time to pamper. And do yourself a favor and just pamper yourself a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit more slack, okay? Pamper yourself, take care of yourself a little bit more, because it's a sensitive time for you. And you're going to be feeling the effects for the first half of the week. So that's what basically this is telling you, to just relax. So I'm getting a very important message to go get David. He's got an important message to give you. He doesn't know that I'm reading right now, so I'm just going to go and get him. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I brought David here, and he's going to read the cards and give you his input from his guides to you.
Okay, so basically what I see is that there's a lot going on, a lot of activity, and maybe there's some need to get some time management or make some decisions to narrow things down a little bit so that you're not feeling so pressured with so many different things, almost overwhelmed. But it's good to be busy in some ways. And also right now there may be, things may not be going as smoothly as you want. There's a few little, but they're minor bumps here, minor setbacks here, just nothing major, just sort of little things that might slow you down as far as how fast you want your plans to go. But just remember, whatever goals you have, you can achieve them. You really can. Most people really do if they, stay consistently. And we don't always realize how many details there are involved in a certain goal, whether it's to be with your ideal mate in a relationship, or it's financial or business or family, whatever your fitness, whatever your goals are. Sometimes usually there are a lot more details that we can't realize. Even when we write them down on paper, it looks like 12 or 13 steps to get there maybe, but it's actually thousands of little
Oh,
details that you
for
don't
sure.
realize as you go along. And maybe that door will close, that one will open. So that's all these little minor setbacks are just course directions, like just readjusting your course a little bit so that you can get right into where Spirit wants you to go. So pay attention to those messages that you receive. And also, right now is a time to really, we live in a time now, in case you haven't noticed, it's all about constant learning. So unless you're constantly upgrading your skills and really, as we do, immersing ourselves in personal development or empowerment and spiritual attunement, you really want to do that for yourself. So we need to keep learning, and that's what I see right now, the Eight of Earth or Eight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. It means studying, working hard, developing a skill, developing a new skill, maybe going back to school, those kinds of things, and really focusing on up-leveling some of your skills. And
It's so important.
yeah, because
Big
think
time.
of, you know, your future self. 10 years from now, it's going to happen, and you're going to be 10 years older or 20 years older from now. And what you do now is going to benefit that future self who you're going to be. So it doesn't mean, you want to have a balance in your life. It doesn't mean all work and no play. You want to take care of yourself, sleep properly, exercise and eat properly as best you can. But you also want to work at developing towards your goals, whatever they are, the ones that have meaning for you. So that 10 years from now or 20 years from now, you're going to feel, hey, cool, I really, I'm in a good place now, as opposed to if you're just drifting aimlessly, your future self is going to be like, oh, I wish I would have, been a little bit more, challenged myself a little bit more. And it's not to judge yourself at all. We are all doing the best we can at every given moment. So that's what I see. And there's this other card here, the Shadow Queen. Is that some kind of modifier, or is that?
I just picked that because I wanted to give a little bit more information for the Eight of Earth, and
The message I get on that is to really work on the muscle of ignoring your doubts. Any doubts. We all have doubts come up, and they try to, we have an upward spiral. We're either spiraling upwards or we're spiraling downwards.
that's true. Yes.
And whenever you notice yourself
Beautiful
spiraling
said.
downwards, certain thoughts come in, and sometimes you can't help it. You're not. Different days have different rhythms, but you always want to do your
Yeah.
best to get back to spiraling upwards again, and not to get snagged or too much believing in those negative thoughts. Sure, sometimes we're a little run down. We need to slow down and rest and maybe recharge before we can, start to spiral up. But in general, we can actually be in an upward spiral almost all the time.
Totally.
Really.
Totally.
So it takes practice, but it's like anything. It's like you exercise a muscle.
Practice makes perfect.
So that's what I see.
Yeah. It's awesome. So that's your reading for this week, and I just got to go downstairs to my chiropractic adjustment. And anyways, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and all the best, and peace.
Bye.
Bye.